Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all ships at sea. This is Bob Shankman again. I recently had a terrific rib steak dinner. We purchased the steak, as we always do, from Costco. I've been a club member for several years and decided to produce this research report and then this video. I'll be making personal presentations at local northern New Jersey service organizations such as Rotary with it. I've also begun accumulating material for a YouTube channel. We specialize in business stories, success and failures from firms that are well known. Today we'll be talking about the Costco Wholesale Corporation. How many of you shop at Costco? Why? Or for those that don't, why not? What do you know about Costco? Among the reasons people give for not shopping are the quantities are too large, the packages are too large, the stores are too crowded, they don't live near a store, the membership costs too much. A little history first. Costco opened its first warehouse in Seattle, Washington on September 15, 1983. It copied the concept of a similar operation called the Price Club. The two stores agreed to merge in 1993. The merger came about after the Price Club declined an offer from Sam Walton and Walmart to merge their warehouse store with Sam's Club. Costco's size and metrics were similar to those of Price Club, which made the merger more natural for both companies. The new firm was called Price Costco. They had 206 locations and $16 billion in annual sales at the time. The company changed its name to Costco Wholesale Corporation in 1997, and all stores were rebranded as Costco. The original Price Club opened in 1976 in San Diego and was the first to exhibit the concept of a retail warehouse club. The actual store location was a former airplane hangar previously owned by Howard Hughes. This unit is still in operation. As of August 2018, Costco had 749 warehouses in the United States. Other major membership warehouses are Sam's Club and BJ's Wholesale Club. In 2016, Costco had 85 million members and grew to 90 million members the next year. Sales for 2017 were $139 billion, with net profit of about $3.1 billion. Sales model. Costco focuses on selling products at low prices and in very high volume. Many goods are bulk packaged and marketed primarily to large families and businesses. Costco does not carry multiple brands or varieties. Some items are made directly for them. These items are essentially the same as the national branded ones, except they are sold under the Kirkland private brand name. This results in a high volume of sales. Increased sales allow further reductions in price and marketing costs. A typical Costco warehouse carries only 4,000 SKUs, while a Walmart Supercenter, for example, carries approximately 140,000 SKUs. Costco, at times, may question wholesale price increases that they receive. Often, in this case, they refuse to stock the product. For example, in November 2009, it stopped selling Coca-Cola products because of this. Costco also saves money by not stocking bags or packing materials. Customers must use a shopping cart, bring their own bags, or use empty merchandise shipping boxes from the company's vendors. Cost reductions come in many forms. For example, lighting is reduced on sunny days. This happens because most outlets have several skylights. During the day, electronic light meters measure how much light comes in and turns off a compensating percentage of the interior lights. On sunny days, it is normal for the center section of the warehouse not to have any interior lights. Most products are delivered on shipping pallets, and they are used to display products for sale on the warehouse floor. This contrasts with retail stores that break down pallets and stock individual products on shelves. Most products sold at Costco have an 8 to 10% markup, while Kirkland brand products have a 15% markup. The company operates very lean, with overhead costs at about 10% of revenue and with profit margins at 2%. It has no public relations department and does not buy any outside advertising. Costco's annual membership fees account for 80% of their gross margin and 70% of its operating income. Just think about that for a moment. The entire operation is a system of selling stuff at very low prices and in large quantities in order to enlist members to get their various club cards. The basic card may be considered your entry charge for admission. If you paid $250 a month or more, then the executive card makes sense for you. This card allows you to get a 2% rebate once a year. If you do the math, you'll find that $250 per month covers the additional price of the card. Again, the entire operation is a way to sell millions of memberships. In a recent quarter, for example, membership fees alone accounted for $584 million, or 2.29% of Costco's merchandise sales. Their income this quarter was only $516 million. This executive group contains very aggressive buyers. While they make up about 36% of membership, they account for approximately 65% of sales. The group, however, is even more important than their absolute numbers may suggest. While it does, indeed, generate higher fees and thus profit, it simultaneously reduces margins and thus profitability. Methinks I've heard this before. I've seen this profit theory before. Many years ago when I worked for Sears Roebuck, and they were the king of the barnyard as far as sales and profit were concerned. The entire operation was geared to move those sales into the credit card operation. The credit card at the time produced most of the profits. Merchandise sales generally broke even and even had losses. The profit model was very similar to Costco. Sales at the time were spectacular, and the credit card interest rates produced extraordinary results. Again, selling their merchandise was the way to load up those credit cards and subsequent profits. This is also the success pattern of Amazon. Most of their profit comes in the form of sales of over 100 million Prime memberships at the soon-to-be price of $129 a year. That's $1.29 billion in sales without any associated costs. Costco inventory is always changing. It is frequently changing inventory. It's known for carrying products for a limited time and then discontinuing them or using them at seasonal times only. Every Costco shopper knows this. If you see a good item or product today, you'd best purchase it because it likely will not be there on your next trip to the store. Over the years, Costco has gradually expanded its range of products and services. Initially, it sold only boxed goods that could be dispensed by simply tearing the stretch wrap off a pallet. It now sells many other products that are more difficult to handle, such as art, books, caskets, clothing, computer software, fine wine, furniture, home appliances, home electronics, hot tubs, jewelry, perishable items such as dairy, fresh baked goods, flowers, fresh produce, meat, seafood, solar panels, tires, and vacuum cleaners. In addition, most warehouses also have gas stations, pharmacies, hearing aid centers, optometrists, eye and sunglass centers, photo processors, and tire garages. Many have walk-in refrigerators for dairy items. Some locations also have liquor stores. Costco is by far the largest seller of wine, for example. Kirkland Signature is Costco's private label. It is sold by Costco on their website and in warehouses, and is trademarked by the company. It is also generally available at Amazon. Costco introduced Kirkland as its private label in 1992. The idea was to provide brand name quality products at discounted prices and enjoy higher markups. Most locations have a food court. It may be indoors or outdoors, but the menu is essentially the same. Hot dogs with a drink and refill, $1.50. Pizza, frozen yogurt, various drinks, baked items, and sandwiches. The hot dogs have been at the same price since 1985. In a recent year, they sold more than 137 million of them. There is no accompanying statistic on Alka-Seltzer sales. Costs of most other commodities, especially beef, have gone up since 1985. Costco has retained their pricing by utilizing a combination of more effective and efficient operations, as well as increased quantity purchase discounts. It's made of 100% beef, no fillers, and this 20-ounce product actually is 10% larger than when they were first introduced in 1985. Hot dogs were first offered on a cart outside the store. Originally they were Hebrew National, but now they're manufactured by Costco, another effort to stabilize the cost. Whether the item produces a profit or not is not important. Rather, what is important and significant is that they continue to draw people in for the cheap lunch and subsequent other purchases that they make while they're in the store. I mentioned earlier that the store does no outside advertising. However, this vehicle may be considered a special form of advertising. It certainly is very effective. Other stores and firms would potentially benefit if they were innovative and pushed the envelope more. Can you imagine the added noontime store traffic if Best Buy offered a comparable deal? Those lunchtime strollers would invariably become buyers of the latest electronics. Costco versus Macy's. Just a few categories. Costco sales, 139 billion. Macy's, 25 billion. Average store sales, 155 million at Costco, 22 million at Macy's. Employees, 172,000 at Costco, 130,000 at Macy's. Number of stores in the U.S., 749 Costco, 669 Macy's. Square foot per store, 144,000 Costco, 147,600 for Macy's. Sales per square foot, 1,120 for Costco, 147 for Macy's. The average wage, $12.92 at Costco versus $9.40 at Macy's. Costco was founded in 1983, while Macy's was founded in 1858. In my mind, Macy's represents the old, traditional type of retailer, while Costco is the new and adventuresome guy. The results are quite revealing, as noted above. While both chains have comparable stores and store sizes, the results are quite different. Thank you again for your attention. Are there any questions? As you may know, I have several other 12 to 15-minute speeches available. Topics include women in Rotary, a history of the road for admittance into Rotary, Amazon, a summary from the viewpoints of the consumer and vendor. Thank you.